Today, teachers have worked toward for more education spending.
The walkout happens this morning, and tens of thousands of teachers will head to the Capitol today to demand increased education funding. Governor Doug Ducey had offered a 20% increase in teacher pay over the next 3 years, but educators turned that down, saying it did not address pay for support staff nor spending increases for classrooms.
Teachers in Tucson will be among those heading to the state capitol for today's demonstration. News 4
Tucson's Kendra Hall is live this morning outside the state capitol in Phoenix with more on what is happening there today. Hello, Kendra.
Sean, Alex, yeah, all is calm here at the state capitol now, but that's all going to change later this morning as teachers from across the state take part in a historic statewide walkout in what may be the largest in history. Now, they're all meeting at Chase Field starting around 10 o'clock. Thousands of Red for Ed teachers, educators, and support staff from all across Arizona are expected to meet at Chase Field at 10. From there, they'll start marching at around 11 toward the grounds of state capitol here. They're bringing their demands for increased educational funding to Governor Ducey and state lawmakers. Arizona educators want a 20% salary increase and education funding to be restored to 2008 levels, which would require an additional $1 billion in state funding to education. They also want annual raises, competitive pay for education support staff, and no new tax cuts. Now, last week, as we said earlier, nearly 8 out of 10 educators voted to walk out after Governor Ducey offered them a 20% raise by 2020. Now, they didn't like his proposal because they said it didn't account for funding for students or where the money would come from. Now, again, tens of thousands of educators from across the state of Arizona will rally here at the state capitol. And we'll be here all the rest of the morning. Reporting here in Phoenix, Kendra Hall, News 4 Tucson.
Kendra, thank you. Before heading to Phoenix today, teachers demonstrated in downtown Tucson.
Now, News 4 Tucson's Zach Briggs caught up with some of those teachers who want to get their message out before the walkout happens.
A sea of red packed the sidewalks along Broadway. Hundreds of fed-up teachers and education advocates are calling on Governor Doug Ducey and state lawmakers to meet their demands.
Our state has been sending the message to our kids and our teachers for too long that we don't matter.
Art Almquist is just one of thousands headed to Phoenix for the statewide rally.
I'm hoping that the legislature and the governor will listen and they'll say, you know what, we agree.
So far, there's been plenty of disagreement. Governor Ducey proposed a 20% salary increase for teachers by 2020. Those aligned with the Red for Ed movement say no deal. But this entire protest goes well beyond teacher pay.
I'm giving up things so that I can supply my classroom and my students. And I know many other teachers who are doing the same thing.
One of the goals is to restore education funding to 2008 levels. Are increased taxes the answer?
I don't know that raising taxes is a solution because I think that also hurts people like these people.
Planned school closures set to impact nearly 840,000 students. Ducey believes this action will be disruptive to kids across the state. However, teachers say they're being proactive, doing what's right for the future of Arizona educators and students. And you can expect well over 30,000 educators to fill the state capitol on Thursday. I'm Zach Briggs, News 4 Tucson.